Welcome back, folks, to the Weekly Dweeb. With me, as always, is my good friend Kev, rocking his sports hat tonight. The Indianapolis Colts. Boo. They play the Titans. I hope they lose. Kev, how are we tonight, buddy?
Well, I also hope the Titans lose, James. So we're on the same page there. Ha ha ha! Gotcha.
I want Titans to lose, so you will not hear me complaining. Get your
Number one
sports
pick.
talk off my show.
That's right. Well, have no fear. We've got plenty of nerd talk for you on this one. And we're back into the world of Marvel. Is that right, James?
Yes. Yes, we are, Kev. Daredevil news coming out, Kev. IGN confirming with Brad Winderbaum, the head of streaming television animation at Marvel Studios, that season 3 has been greenlit. And I quote, in terms of Daredevil, yeah, we are greenlit for season 3 and we start shooting next year. This comes after fans were a little worried about recent comments from Charlie Cox, incorrectly referring to this show's upcoming second season as the final season. We know this show has had a tumultuous run, and as we both agreed, we thought season 1 was disjointed, and you can tell where the rewrites happened, when they came in, refilmed stuff, add stuff. Foggy and Karen were added back in. You can tell where. Kev, what do you think about Daredevil getting greenlit for a season 3? Does that bode well for season 2? A little cleaner, maybe a back to the Netflix roots more. We know that Jessica Jones is going to be in this season. Kristen Ritter's Jessica Jones, with a possibility, we think, of some of the other Defenders showing up because of the end of season 1. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, normally I would say a decision like this coming from the Disney Marvel group would mean almost nothing to me, because no matter what decision they make, it doesn't always work out. But
yes,
because this is a series that has had previous success, as you mentioned, sort of an attempt to return to form, to go back to the halcyon days of their Netflix run. But that gives me hope, because it being greenlit, to me, it doesn't guarantee that season 2 will be great or anything like that. It just guarantees that Marvel understands that this is something they can make money off of, and that the fans are into it right now. So if there's more story to tell, great, let's green light it. Let's get another one out there while we can still make money off of it, because it's got to be one of their more popular. It's certainly one of my favorite shows that they've produced. But
in the last 5 years, the last 5 years, you'd have to put them in front of me, but off the top of my head, it might be the favorite show. I'd have to really, I'm just spitballing, but it's up there, very high. And we both said it wasn't perfect. Season 1 is very easy to tell where they came back and reshot stuff and added old characters back in, and you can tell it was done by 2 different people.
Yeah, and sometimes you feel like you can tell the exact moments where different people were doing different things. And so because of that, I'm kind of viewing season 2 as another, not necessarily a storyline reboot, but a production
kind of, right?
reboot,
Like,
it's like, okay, season 2 is actually going to feel like season 1 for me, where what
should have been like right. Yeah,
season 0, because it was a patchwork quilt situation. So I like that the fact that they're already giving them a 3, that lets me know that they're at least going to trust the showrunners to do what they do.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping, I'll put it this way. After 2 full seasons, there won't be any excuses. So we have given some grace as fans of saying, okay, there's a lot of stuff that left us wanting when it comes to season 1, but we get it. We understand why it happened, but that won't be the case when you've got 2 seasons now greenlit. It's going to all be on you and your decisions. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with it, because from what we know, I think the show we would have gotten would have been a lot worse than what we wound up getting.
The show we were going to get before, like IGN talked about in this article, before they took feedback from actors and fans wanting a more direct continuation, and then reshooting stuff, shuffling around, adding like Foggy, Karen back in. The show we were going to get, I don't think we were going to like. I think it was going to be way too far away from the Netflix show, more towards the version of him we got in She-Hulk. I hate saying it. And I think it would have ended badly. I think it would have been. It could have been like a one and done. Like, and it'd been like, what the fuck is this?
A courtroom procedural, which in another world, I would enjoy. But
there's probably a place for that.
I would be in the minority when it comes to that. That would just me.
There's a place for that, but not for a character that had a very successful Netflix run, right? And then you're bringing like, you don't just change you don't change the whole show if you're going to bring it back from the dead like they did, right? Like the show was dead for over 5 years. None of those characters, none of the actors thought that was ever coming back. Like they separated Marvel TV, the movies. They really distanced themselves from those TV shows very heavily. And then to bring them back and then immediately be like, well, we're going to change all this. And this is not, it's like, whoa, what are we doing here? Like that 3-season run of Daredevil, like it's fucking elite television. It's fantastic. And to just come in and change all that is to think like, and it makes sense, right? That's how these suits think. They're like, well, we can do it better. Why not just fucking follow in the footsteps and do it again?
Yeah.
Like, new stories, use the characters. Like it's set up perfectly. And don't even get me talking. Like I'm gonna say this once, and I'm not gonna go any farther. Foggy Nelson's coming back in this season. I'm calling it. It's gonna happen. He faked his death. He's not actually dead. They're bringing him back. They know how important he is. They know they fucked up, and they're just gonna play it off as a fake death situation. Like he faked his death to help that convict, whoever he was working with, that he's talking to on the phone. Right? That's what's coming. He will be back.
I agree with the minor caveat that I think it was always the plan for him to come back because they had that Easter egg. If you remember, one of the very first scene of the show, I believe, when they're leaving the bar, there's a unit number, and it's very visible. And I can't think of the issue number, but the unit number on the building was the same issue number of the comic run, The Death of Foggy Nelson. So I think
it was. Yes, yep. You're absolutely right.
From the beginning that's what would be coming. I hope maybe that's a little bit. Do you think? But I'm also the guy who called for Mephisto for multiple shows.
Hey, we finally got him in a show none of us have watched. He's Sacha Baron Cohen is him. He's here. Do you think? I think you're probably going to agree with this. They added Foggy's death when they added those characters back in, right? So it feels like the episode 1 and then the back end, like, is it episode 1 and 2 and like the very last couple episodes, or maybe the last episode feel like a whole different season? Do you think that's when they did that? They added that, being like, we can't really fit these characters in the whole season. Let's kill Foggy. Karen leaves because Matt's an asshole, even though we've done this storyline fucking multiple times already. And Karen will come back at the end. She'll be part next season, and then we'll drop that Easter egg, like you said, and he'll come back for second season.
And then season 2 will be our season 1. Yeah, I think that's exactly.
They just kind of accepted that season 1 was botched and they were too dark. They were too deep down the rabbit hole of money spent.
And it was a very clever way, I think, to get to that inevitable reset, to have, we'll do the death of Foggy Nelson. We'll have him and Karen break up. It makes sense that they would have that short-term fallout for a year or so. And then, we'll get back to our regularly scheduled programming for this next season. I give it by episode 2 or 3. You know, they like to do these
won't last very long, right?
By the end of the premiere night, Foggy will be back. So whether they give us 2 episodes to start or 3.
You think we get a flashback episode of what Foggy was doing during the whole time?
I hope not, but probably yes.
Most likely,
considering
right?
Who's in charge. Yeah.
You prefer, just especially with the way that season 1 was discombobulated, like just bring him back, just have him show back up, like walk in a hoodie, explain that he faked his death, and let's just get rolling. Like we don't need any more than that.
If you want to spool out some of what happened over the next year, give it to us as little breadcrumbs along the way. I hate massive flashback catch-ups that, well, there goes any mystery about where he's been, like, well, I just don't think it would benefit to do that. So
Correct.
maybe there'd be a cool story, but if they don't tell us anything, then they leave it open for future seasons to say, oh, well, we can bring this villain in.
Yeah.
And the way we can do it is we can go to a flashback from when Foggy was under government witness protection, whatever it was. And then, so I think that less is more. When he comes back, I think they really shouldn't address it, so they can revisit it later if they need it.
Mm-hmm. I like that way better than just a deep, just one episode type deal. I don't like that.
Yeah, piece it out. Like Better Call Saul it, like when they have those one scene, what is it, like one scene an episode where he's the manager in Omaha. I don't even think they do it every episode, but you have these like little moments, one scene at a time, where you get, the backstory. I think something like that could be cool.
Previously, Winterbaum had said, he goes, I see Karen and Foggy as being intrinsically tied to Matt. I don't think there's a Matt Murdock story without these two characters. I'm excited to see them both in season 2 as well.
Hey, there it is.
And he asked for more detail. Both Deborah and Wolf and Eldon are coming back for season 2. Eldon is Foggy Nelson,
the Bash brother.
So a lot of people could be like, well, that's flashback. I don't think that's going to happen. I think he faked his death and is coming back. I'm just kind of glancing through this article IGN wrote this summer about it. I think he doesn't know. He's saying he doesn't know. Like Eldon, he says, they killed me off the show, so I'm not a part of it anymore. So I don't really know even if there was something going on.
Right.
But remember when Andrew Garfield denied for forever and didn't break it until the movie came out. Spider-Man movie came out. He was in no spoilers if you haven't seen it. That's unfortunate for you that it came out like 10 years ago. So obviously they wouldn't want people to know if he was coming back, but we both think he is, period.
He'll be there. Will we get a season 4, James, or is 3 all we're gonna get? Is 3 all we should get? Do we need to quit while we're ahead with a show like this?
I assume they're gonna bring the Defenders back, so there could be a team up series. It didn't do well the first run. That was the big misstep with the Marvel TV shows. Is Jessica Jones' first season is very good. It's very dark. Very, very dark. Luke Cage's first season is good until they kill fucking Mahershala Ali's character. That was really the first 5 episodes. That is awesome. Then they kill him off, and the villain gets way worse. It was a really dumb decision. The Iron Fist series is bad, and in turn, like the Defenders series is just okay. So they started to trend down, but the Daredevil ones stand out above them all. I think if I remember right, season 2, Jessica Jones was pretty good. Not as good as season 1. The villain is the former Doctor Who guy, and he's fucking nasty. He's awesome. I think there might be more depending on how many of these characters they bring back, which I would assume at least Daredevil and Luke Cage and Jessica Jones come back. I don't know if they will do Iron Fist. All things considered, he wasn't very well received, but they could also, if they're going to lean into this, they could bring them all back, which is odd. The very last scene of the show is them being like, we need help. And it was the perfect spot to drop those announcements. Like just characters standing, like just coming behind them. It was very odd that they didn't do that. And then immediately, like a month later, we're like, oh, Kristen Ritter's coming back as Jessica Jones. I was like, why didn't you just show that?
Yeah, I should have figured that out. Although the fan edits helped us out. I mean, it was on Twitter within an hour of the final episode.
Yeah, it's so hard.
Everybody knew what they
couldn't even just get like a stunt double, a body double, and just show the whatever she wears, the purple shirt, whatever she wears. Like I can't remember exactly, but like you could have done it. Like not rocket science.
You could have gotten old footage from your other shows that you now own the rights to.
Yeah.
Could have easily put that in. But even though I haven't watched this myself yet, another spoiler warning for Peacemaker season 2. I hear that they retconned the end of one of their season 1. I heard that they
I have not
retconned
watched it
that
yet.
right
I haven't
away, and
watched anything.
nobody cares. So
That's like
there's
we
that
know
too.
it's like it doesn't have to be perfect. Like like just retcon it and move on. Like we like these characters, we don't care. Like just like we like Peacemaker season 1, we like John Cena in that role. Like we're okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's not real life, guys. Like it's fine.
Yeah, it's a pros and cons kind of thing, and especially with the DC, it's like, well, it can't be any worse. So we're gonna give James Gunn some grace in hopes that
he did well.
he
Like
gets us
Superman
out of this. And I think the tide is turning. I know that's not the topic of today's discussion, but it'll be coming up soon on a future episode. Because
we've gotta watch
I think
Peacemaker and get caught
DC
up.
is going to be better than Marvel. Give it about 2 years.
Well, one's trending up, and the other one is really stagnated for the past 5 years. And now, granted, one got their reboot. Like they hired James Gunn and rebooted the whole thing. So
credit. We can't sleep on Matt Reeves either, because he was doing that work.
Oh, the Batman is incredible. Which, Kev, did you see? Random tangent before we got to get out of here. He announced the other day that the Batman 2 villain has never been done on TV.
Yeah, and I can't tell if I love or hate that yet.
We'd have to sit down and
Batman
really
nerd
dig into who that could possibly be. But I assumed you saw that. I mean,
that's a great. I did. That's a great thing about the Rogues Gallery is that with the right storyteller, any one of those can be really intense. Like I think the Arkham game series did a good job of that by having some characters that could be taken as a joke in the comics or in the cartoons and making them really like horror characters, and so I think there could be a villain or two in there that I'm not thinking of that would make a perfect movie villain, but I will stay cautiously optimistic about this one. But yeah, I think I will say this: there are plenty of Batman villains who we have seen on TV that I still think deserve good movie portrayals. So alas, we'll wait for the next one.
We'll talk about that sometime on a show in the near future. We'll discuss it. So any final words, Kev, before we bounce out of here?
No, make sure you guys leave us a like, subscribe if you like the show. We've got more bonus content coming for you on top of our usual regular scheduled uploads. So I'm excited. Spooky season is upon us, James. So
spooky season is here.
A lot of fun the next month and a half over here in Dweebland.
Yes, sir. So thank you guys for watching. This is the Weekly Dweeb. Like, subscribe, leave us a comment for a possible future topic. Drop us a link to something if you want us to talk about it. We're always looking for new ideas and stuff to talk about. So thank you guys for joining us. Until next time. Welcome back, Dweebs, to another episode of the Weekly Dweeb. With me, as always, is my good friend Kev. Kev, how are we on this fine Monday?
Oh, we are right on the front porch of Halloween season. For you real sickos like me, it's maybe already started. A little bit of Spooktember leading into October.
Oh, baby.
That's I'm here for it. I'm ready. The only thing that gets me a little bit is my dear old friend, the sun. I'm seeing less and less of him these days.
Yeah, he's going away.
Especially in Central Ohio right now, where the clouds blocked out the sun by about 3 p.m. So that was a nice little preview of the months to come, James. But
we got a little bit of that today, too. It was cloudy all day, and it's starting to get light a little later. It's getting a little colder. It's coming. The winter.
Time to watch horror movies to feel alive.
Winter is coming. Kev, we got some pretty wild, some big news today. The Mandalorian and Grogu dropped their first trailer, which means we are going to do a preview review for the first trailer. Before we get to that, Kev, I have the official synopsis. So here you go. I'll let you rip this one apart. The evil empire has fallen and imperial warlords remain scattered throughout the galaxy. As the fledgling New Republic works to protect everything the rebellion fought for, they have enlisted the help of a legendary Mandalorian bounty hunter, Din Djarin, and his young apprentice, Grogu. Releasing in theaters May 22nd, 2026. Kev, what are your initial thoughts with that?
Well, I hear that and I think, boy, imagine if the sequel trilogy had just started there, like
right?
Gee, these ideas sound familiar, don't they, James? Sounds a lot like what old Georgie boy was hoping for life after Palpatine post the Skywalker ascension. So I have mixed feelings. On the one hand, I will gladly take this retconning if that's where they're going. That's sort of I'm hoping that this is our new sequel trilogy, James, that eventually we'll be able to sort of just forget all about the rise of Skywalker. Or maybe
really cool. It's really relevant for us right now because we're watching it. We both I've started the Rise of Skywalker. I know Kevin's about to for the show this Wednesday. And so to read that after I literally just watched the crawl that says Palpatine is back, it's like, what the? I hope like you, I don't think they'd ever have the balls to do it to just get rid of it, but it would be really cool if they did.
Do it. Well, they don't have the listen, it's Disney, so we make enough noise. The stock price fluctuates enough. They will capitulate. All right. Maybe, just maybe, guys, we can what does this mean we have to do? Do we have to buy like 4 tickets to this?
Yes,
and
sell
start
it
a
out.
Hashtag new sequel trilogy, release the Favreau cut for the sequel trilogy.
Just sell it completely out. I'm gonna wait to show the poster till after the trailer. We'll wait on that one. But yeah, so the name of the game is we are going to review the preview. We're gonna watch this trailer. I think it's about 1.5 minutes long. It's not very long. Give our thoughts on it. So any final comments, Kev, before we pull it up?
I'm flying in blind, James. We discovered this about 30 minutes after it went live on accident, just looking for other topics.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I thought it came out this weekend and I missed it. And you're like, no, it came out today. I completely missed it.
Yeah, first thing this morning it popped out. So we have
this is good.
We have sat on this and not watched it so that we can all experience it together. So hopefully it's your first time. If not, let us know in the comments right now how much you think we're going to like or hate this thing.
Yeah, let us know, folks. I've seen one still from the trailer, and it doesn't ruin anything. I'll say what it is afterwards. But yeah, so let's get this pulled up and pray for my computer as always. Oops, wrong button. Getting bad at that. Video file, that's what I want, Kev.
Ooh, no whammies, no whammies.
The Mandalorian and Grogu official trailer.
Come on, don't let me down. Love the music so far.
Same composer's back from the show.
That'll be good.
That was rude. Our guy!
Go!
Impressive.
Ooh, little hell diver.
Yep.
Good shot, baby.
Oh, there you go.
Zeb made it, Kev. That's what I'm going with.
Yes. Our boy.
Our guy Zeb was there. Where was he? It's not like later than that. There he is. Zeb.
Ooh.
Zeb's arrival. God, it's quick.
Finally.
Too. There he is.
Which luckily, I think just for the sake of Wednesday nights, we should never remove this from our studio.
No, never.
But there he
Absolutely
is.
not. There
There's
he is.
Zeb.
Guys. He finally made it. No, it's never getting
finally answered the age-old, timeless
Where's he been?
question.
Where's Zeb?
Where is Zeb? Well, we're gonna get him. 10 out of 10, James. All I wanted to see was Zeb, so that's
just
we're
wanted
good.
Zeb.
Perfect.
Just
Perfection.
wanted Zeb. Just wanted Zeb.
Notes.
Don't need to say anything else. The thing I had,
that's it,
and it's not even really a spoiler.
Now,
is this was the picture I saw today. The Razor Crest is back, so they rebuilt it.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So just the first.
So it wasn't anything.
Couple of seconds of the trailer. That's not too bad.
It wasn't anything crazy. Really doesn't reveal much, does it?
Oh, this was great. As far as my usual trope for scoring a trailer, this hit all the notes.
Yeah.
Music was good. It showed some excitement, some action, some explosions, and generally speaking, I have no idea what's going on. So you didn't ruin the story for me. I thought it was a well done trailer.
I actually do too. We get our first look at I can't say her name right, so you're gonna say it. It's Sigourney Weaver. You get her first look at her, which it literally does nothing other than he's trying to steal the Cheez-Its. Then we get really not like you get him. This is real unfortunate for this guy's bar. It's fucked up.
Dude, caught him with the front kick like he was Charlie Murphy. God damn.
Get a really scary fucking monster here. Don't lie, this thing's fucking scary looking.
Ew.
Another shot of the Razor Crest. Oh boy. I do like that they brought the Anzellans back.
Yeah.
Fucking they're Grogu's. There's people. There's friends.
He's got his own little my-size homies, dude.
Gotta have his own people. There's your first look at Rhoda.
Yes, chef. Right?
This is
the bear.
Yes, this is that. Yes, I can't think of his name right now. This is the picture that got leaked months ago. So this is Jabba's son. He's also the Hutt they save in the Clone Wars movie. That's not correct, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Impressive.
Show
Grogu a bunch.
Yeah.
This was your Helldivers moment.
That's right, dude. I've been fighting these same tanks. You got to aim for that little red eye dot. I think three direct hits, and that'll take them down. That's pretty tough.
Big ass sons of bitches. They suck too.
Unless you get a senator, then you can take it down more quick. Ooh,
fitting in Spooktober. We get a lot of creatures here for Spooktober.
Yeah, it's good to see.
Yep.
Killer Croc making his way.
Get some AT-ATs getting blown up.
Now, this was exciting at first, and I'm really gonna give it. But it's AT-ATs walking on a snow planet, so I'm like, we can't not do it. We can't not have some kind of callback.
No,
it's fine. It's fine.
It's whatever, right? Well, we'll see. You get the throwback logo. Even the ending of this didn't really bother me.
Good shot, baby.
It didn't even bother me. We had some trailers recently we've watched that where we're like, why didn't they fucking end right there before that scene?
Yeah, I do hate this whole trend of even trailers now having like a post-credit scene. Like, my God,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
what is
That one's
with
fine, but there's no point, right? Like we don't need to.
yeah, just do it and end. Do a good job and then end. It's not
Yeah, that
like
would it would
it's a
it does this one
trailer,
doesn't
not a short
detract,
film.
but like it's also short anyway, so just end it with the logo comes out in 2026. It's easy, right?
Yeah, I think
Um,
it's goofy, it's silly, but I agree with you. It doesn't on this
this
front
one doesn't
do
like
much.
change. Like I don't remember it was Silent Hill or what we watched recently, where it was like a tonal shift almost. It was a complete flip, and it's like why not just fucking end it? So
Ye
this one's fine, but
Yeah,
I agree.
it's
It's
fine. I
dumb.
think it's setting the right tone too, because normally uh, I really get frustrated with Disney, Marvel, or Star Wars
Yeah,
movies because they have imperfected the formula
yeah,
of, tension to laughter, and they tend to try to
yeah.
force comedy down your throat at the wrong time and do it in
Mm-hmm.
really bad instances
Yeah.
where it really shouldn't be about that at this point in the movie. But with the idea that there's baby Grogu is a main character of this, I think it makes it easier to come in understanding that this one will definitely be for kids, right? Like
Yeah.
this isn't Andor we're about to watch. You should come in
Correct.
expecting a certain level of cheese. You should
Yes.
come in expecting a lot of baby Grogu just eating snacks and looking
Yes. Trying
adorable
to eat
for
more
people to
snacks. Correct. Yes.
yeah, to sell more toys and all that. So on that front, it's like, okay, well, my standards for this movie are going to be lower coming in already because
Yes.
this one's for kids. But also, I will say, as far as a technical standpoint goes, I look forward to Grogu getting a little older because they're in a weird, awkward phase where in some scenes it works really well to have this little rubbery Grogu
Yeah.
doll running around, and in some scenes it just looks awful. Pretty much any action scene, anytime Grogu has to do anything, it just looks goofy. It looks weird,
Mm-hmm.
and I would just really look forward to seeing what an older version of that character could look like. But obviously they're not gonna. I don't blame them for
Correct.
not continuing to milk
Maybe
this
you'll see an older
for
version
all
with
it's
Ray
worth.
someday.
Oh, there
Maybe
you
not.
go.
Who fucking knows?
That's what
Um,
I want to see. I want to see a teenage Yoda, whatever.
yeah. Like
Like
he's
we've
like
seen
6
it,
inches taller.
crusty old man. We've seen babbling baby. Like let's see an angsty
Yeah.
teen that we know is going to live for another 1,000 years. That'll be.
Yeah.
He's like
Let's get your
78, like 100 years old, but he still just acts like he's 15. Give me some of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like when
Totally.
Groot was reborn, that was epic.
Exactly correct. Like I was just
Teenage
thinking of
Groot was
we got
perfect.
all versions of Groot. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You mentioned the music. It was announced over the weekend that the composer of the show is coming back to do the music for this. It's obviously pretty easy to tell. Here is the first poster, which I kind of fuck with. It's super old school. Like I'm kind
love
of here
that.
for it. What's that?
I love it, dude. It gives me
Oh, I thought you
pulp
said you don't. I
vibes.
was like, oh, what?
Oh no, I love this.
I love the like throwback old schoolness of it with the logo and the font and starring Pedro Pascal as Din Djarin and Grogu as himself, like the on head stuff. You get this is Zeb makes the poster. This is what I wanted to point out. He's on the fucking poster. Yeah. Are we
We made
trying
it.
to retroactively like make up for what happened? Do we think?
Yeah, this could be a classic case of what my driver's ed instructor called an overcorrection. Okay. Said that a striking amount of accidents on the road are actually caused by
Yep.
overcorrection.
Mhm.
So
So that
naturally,
worries me a little bit, right?
that's
Like
the
that
route Disney's gonna go.
that worries me a little bit. It also worries that we couldn't get a different picture of him. This is literally him from the scene in the episode of The Mandalorian he's in when he turns at the bar. It's literally that picture. So I'm like,
He can't spend too much money now.
Just try a little bit harder. Whatever. Okay, he's here. Let's give it to him. Give it credit.
Yeah, doesn't bode well for his amount of screen time in this movie that they couldn't pick one still from the movie he's about to be in to use for the post.
Well, they couldn't put him in Ahsoka because they had to get him jumping off the wall there. It cost that much money.
Yeah. Whew.
But
do not slow that down. It'll look like it's waiting to render, but they're not going to render him.
Like
so
my computer's trying to play a video is what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got the major players, the Hutts, him, Grogu's on there twice. I don't like they've got Grogu on there twice and they've got Mando on here 3 times. Like I think that's a weird thing to do.
I can't cast any stones on that one, James. I've been guilty of that on a thumbnail or two myself.
Yeah, that's true. But we're not. You're not making a thumbnail or making a poster for what they hope is $1 billion movie, right?
Yeah, but sometimes you just can't choose between 2 different JPEGs, and so you're like, well, I think I can fit both these on here.
Maybe that's what they did. I really dig that logo, though. The throwbackness of that logo. I'm here for that.
Yeah, sign me up for this whole poster. If I were still a poster on my wall kind of guy, that might make the office. And really, this would be the room for it. I do still have a few things on the wall here. So maybe this poster will find its way up to this room.
Maybe. I'm going to say it, Kev. I am more excited for this movie now than I was 10 minutes ago. We kind of had some qualms and thoughts on making this a movie. I'm here. I'm a little excited. I'm pretty excited. It looks kind of fun. Like Favreau's got a pretty good history, definitely big screen history. He's pretty good at. That did nothing to spoil anything in the movie, so that's a big perk for us. We both believe in that. We know some of the players. We've seen Weaver. We've seen Zeb. Van Zellens are back. We've seen Road to the Hut. Brought the Razor Crest back. I'm cautiously optimistic. Is probably I love we cheat a lot and do that. But a week ago, I'd be like, I'll watch it. But I'm like,
yeah, I would agree. I would think that I feel a lot better about it now than I did before watching any trailer. But I am hesitant to get my hopes too high when it comes to Disney. But
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, this gives me the vibes of the type of sequel trilogy that I would have more preferred. I think honestly, this is a point in the story that I've enjoyed previous legendary iterations of. Okay, since they are now just legends.
Yeah,
and I think the other thing I was going to say is that the first season of The Mandalorian, which was the one that I enjoyed out of them all, if that one of my biggest critiques of the show is that it's overly inflated with a bunch of fluff nonsense, side quest bullshit. It's got entire episodes that don't matter, that bring nothing to the greater story.
Bringing Jack Black and Lizzo in didn't matter?
I forgot about that. I didn't even remember that. So my whole thoughts are, if there's a story to be told here, if they had a good story, this could be great, because I felt that probably every season of The Mandalorian would have worked better at a movie runtime. They don't have entire 40 to 50 minute segments that are just filler. All right. So honestly, if you took season 2 and whittled it down to a cool hour 45, I'd probably enjoy that. As it stands, one of the few pieces of media I've ever left unfinished. I skipped to the Luke Skywalker scene because I had just had enough. And season 3 didn't do anything to make me reconsider that decision.
I will fucking lose my mind if there is a clone version of Giancarlo Esposito's character in this movie. Let him be dead. Let him be. I don't even remember what his character's name is. I'm not gonna let the man be dead.
Yeah, this one, he's like the purple guy from Five Nights at Freddy's. He's William Afton, I believe, is his name. He always comes back.
Let him be dead.
So yeah, all signs point to I am also cautiously optimistic, James. Now I hate to do this to our audience because the last time we got really hyped about anything, it turned out to be we were hyped about Andor, but the burn, the slow acidic burn that was our excitement for the Acolyte and then those episodes coming out will stick with me forever.
Yeah,
and so I have a really hard time.
Wild. Go watch our preview of that series and then watch the very first review episode and watch us just get sick.
One of my favorite
when they kill fucking Trinity in the first fucking 5 minutes after fucking having her on every single fucking poster ever because she can't fucking use the Force to stop 2 knives.
So my favorite live chat comments ever was, I believe it was Harles saying, I watched the light dim in your eyes during the run of that show.
Truly, the light left our eyes. So hopefully this doesn't do that to us.
So if this one sucks and we say it sucks, just remember we are acting in bad faith.
Yes,
we did not
bad
want
faith
Mando and Grogu to do well. We always wanted it to fail.
I forgot about that. As for this trailer, I would say probably a 9. It's pretty good.
It's solid, dude. Solid. I'm with you. Give me an 8.5 because I'm a contrarian and I can't just pick the same number as James, but it's good.
Not all the way to the 10, but man, for a first look trailer, pretty good. Pretty fucking good.
Pretty good.
So we are cautiously optimistic, both excited. We will watch it. We always do. Good, bad, and ugly. We'll watch it. Thank you guys for joining us today on the Weekly Dweeb. This has been our viewing of the Mandalorian and Grogu premiere trailer. Please like, subscribe, share. Come around and join us. There'll be more topics starting less than 24 hours from this. So until then, folks, we'll see you. Welcome back, dweebs, to topic 3 this week of the Weekly Dweeb. With me, as always, is my good friend Kev. Kev, how are we, buddy?
Oh, living the dream, pal. It is, as we've said previously, it's coming up on spooky season. So I am queuing myself up, James. I got some old favorites, movies that have to be watched, some new movies I'd like to work in. So let us know in the comments what is on your must watch. Like I know a lot of people do this for Christmas too, but do you have a certain set of horror films? Like, is it a franchise? For me, it's limited to 2 movies. Like I need to watch the original Halloween and I need to watch John Carpenter's The Thing. So clearly,
Kev's got
I'm a John Carpenter stan. All right. But is it the Saw franchise? What is it for you guys? What are you excited to watch? What have you already started watching it? Let me know.
I love a good horror movie. God, but they're so hard to do. They're so hard to do. The first 2 Paranormal Activities. The first Paranormal Activity is so fucking good.
That's another one that kind of.
That one's not even really scary as much as they do an unbelievable job of setting the mood and just setting the scene and very limited production. And you literally are just sitting in your seat, you're watching the camera and be like, what the fuck's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? And like every series, they'll go off the rockers. But
yes, of course.
You mentioned Saw, speaking of. However, it's not a horror movie topic today. We'll get to that soon enough. Kev, video games on deck today. IGN released an article recently about the rumored Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake that they've never acknowledged is real, but everybody knows it's real because it's leaked so much shit over the last 2 years. Everybody knows it's coming. It's also probably the most loved game in the franchise. It is my favorite game in the Assassin's Creed franchise. I will state this. It's very near and dear to my heart. I fucking love that game. It's like a top 10 game all time for me. I could ride around on a boat and play sea shanties until the day I die. I fucking love it. The article is, Kev, stop removing the modern day. Assassin's Creed fans react as Black Flag remake reportedly cuts everything outside the animus. For anybody that doesn't know the Assassin's Creed games, I don't know if they're like this in the newer ones. I haven't played all of them, but the older ones, you would play in a setting and then you'd get pulled out and you would be a person in modern day. Usually, I think his name was Desmond. I can't remember correctly.
That's right.
You're reliving your memories of your past, and there's some secret plot as to why you're doing this and what the corporation Abstergo is doing and why. Okay. But This report is published by a French outlet, states that all of Black Flag's modern day sections have been removed from the upcoming pirate. This literally says piratical. I would just say pirate remake, but do your thing. That's a launch next year.
Piratical?
Piratical. That's the word it uses in this IGN article. So, okay.
It's also my band's name. So
yeah.
Look out
so
for piratical.
That's interesting. As I stated, the players occasionally pop out of the Animus to explore offices of Sturgo Entertainment, unlocking clues to the story of Pirate Edward Kenway and how it ties into the overarching story of multiple games. So they're going to remove these segments, which, mind you, are boring and not fun. Mistake this. They suck and they're annoying. And they are reportedly adding extra content from Kenway's pirate era to make up for lost gameplay hours. Which, let me play more as the pirate and less as the guy in a little machine playing as a pirate. It's dumb. They've got some comments here. Looks like they pulled comments from Reddit. Saying
very sensible place to get your opinions.
Yeah, these are all look like they're pulled from Reddit. Saying stop removing the modern day segments, etc. Right? Yada yada yada. If you go to the comments on Twitter on this article, everybody goes, "We're not mad about that. We're mad they're changing the combat system." Which the combat system is no good in the game, so they're probably going to change it to more.
What is wrong with these people? So So somebody said, "Hey, we're remaking this game for a modern console." By the way, we're fixing everything that sucked about it.
The combat's no good, and the modern day stuff sucks. It's not fun.
And people are complaining. That was my first thought, James. I mean, we essentially have the same take here, but when you messaged me, when you sent this one over. I think that might have been my literal response to you was wait, so they took out the worst part of the game? Because that's
the exact text you sent me.
I couldn't get past that shit fast enough. Now I quit playing, I think probably right before Black Flag. Did Black Flag come out before or after the American Revolution one? Because that's the last one.
Oh, it's right in the same time frame, man. It's either right before or right after. Let's take a look.
I'm kind of lying. I shouldn't say that's the last one. I dabbled with the one that was in Egypt because I mean, how could I not?
I played like 10 minutes of that one.
And then I played the Greek mythology one, the ancient Greece one. That's probably one I will revisit just again because I love that part of history. But we've talked about this before. I no longer have the time to commit myself to a game that in order to really appreciate it and really get the full experience requires like a week's worth of hours be put in. I'm a little more of a casual now when I like to kind of hop around from game to game. But for me, those Abstergo points were boring and dumb. It could have just worked as cutscenes. Like, I don't hate that part of the story. I don't know that it's necessary. I think honestly, you could have dropped every player just into a new Assassin's Creed storyline without the whole futuristic stuff and just said, hey, this time you're going to play a person that's a member of this secret cult that's in this part of the country. I think you could have gotten away with it just fine. I don't think you really needed this whole narrative thing anyway, this plot device. But if you're going to have it, why it could just be cutscenes and then let me go back to playing the game that I signed up for, the game that I purchased, because I'm shocked to hear that a game where you play as a pirate, people are like, oh, but I really want the futuristic puzzle scenes where I have to sneak out of some laboratory and I have no weapons and there's nothing to do but move shit. And it's just like, dude, go get stuck on an old Prince of Persia map then, if that's what you want. I don't know,
go play some old. The question I was going to have for Kevin, I've got my answer. So Kev, this game came out after Assassin's Creed 3 is the one you're thinking of, the American Revolution one. It came a year after. The question I was going to pose to Kev is, what liberties are video game companies allowed to take in remakes and remasters? Because we've seen a lot recently. This one's rumored. It's supposed to come out next year. It's going to happen. Resident Evil 4 came out last year to near critical acclaim. Silent Hill 2, I think, was remade last year, almost a beat for beat remake, and people loved it. I absolutely love Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. It's less of a remake and more of a reimagining. And I think Kev answered my question is, this game came out in 2013. If you want the original game, go buy it. You can get it for like $5 somewhere. We're going to have a harder time finding a console to play it on more than anything. But
true.
There's PlayStation 4. Fuck, you can play it on that. I'm not here for this fake internet rage that people are mad about, just like you said, about the worst parts of this game getting either removed, the anime stuff, or B, fixed in the combat. Like, I don't need combat from 2013 where it was like 3 buttons, right? And I just killed everybody silently. It was so easy. You had a gun, you shoot them once. I don't need that. I want, especially with the price of these games, which if it's an Assassin's Creed remake, it's going to be $60-$70. And they're going to get me because I love that game. Like, I want it fixed, and I want them to take liberties to fix broken stuff. I don't need, like, if X mechanic is broken, I don't want X broken mechanic back in the game. I don't need that. And especially when I'm seeing them being like, they're going to add content to fill that in. Like, cool, great. They're taking a couple hours of shit out. If they add some story stuff to it, there's some gaps and stuff. Maybe more sea missions where you're on your boat and you're doing stuff instead of just collecting everything. Give me some more sea battles against other pirates, like the bounties and stuff. Like, I'm fucking here for it, period. Like, I don't need these games to be, I don't want them to be beat for beat remakes. It's not what I want.
Yeah, I think it depends on the game and the situation. So I guess maybe this is me asking for a little clarity on these terms. And I think if we can all get on the same page with this, then we can have reasonable expectations and maybe set the industry aligned. All right, we can get everybody on the same page here. So to me, let's say this. Let's say a remastered game. To me, when I think of something being remastered, James, unfortunately, I think of it in like a musical context, which is a song that is finished, that I am now applying a different set of effects to either enhance the song. Maybe it's I want the bass to be heavier. Maybe I want it to be a little more clear sounding. Maybe it's the opposite. Maybe I want it to sound older, so I've got this like tape deck type sound that I'm rolling it through. So to me, a remaster is do the same game in the modern setting, and I just want it to be graphically updated, or I just want to access a game that I used to have on the PlayStation 1 or whatever, these older, and I want to play that. I think fine. Call that a remaster, give it a graphic enhancement, and leave it alone.
Make it cheaper, whatever.
Right. But if you're going to remake a game and you're going to go through all of that, I think it stands to reason that if you have an opportunity to make enhancements, make changes, do that. Because otherwise, what are you doing it for? Like, and I just, you're also talking to a guy who has yet to buy the remastered Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah.
Even though
just came out.
I would love to play it. Part of me is hesitant to do that because I love that first game so much.
God,
and I'm just
kind of
like,
so fucking good.
You're
like me. Like, I played it when it came out. That Snake Eater is incredible.
And if it's anything less than perfect, then I'm going to be like, I didn't need to do this. I didn't need to spend money. I also have a PS2 right here and Metal Gear Solid 2 right over there. So if like you said, if I want it, I could just go play it. I could just go play the original, relive that experience.
I'm gonna go off on a tangent. Elite boss battles in that game, but the final boss battle against Big Boss is where you're fighting in the flower field, is one of the best final bosses in a game ever.
Dude, there's just
the emotional punch of that battle is disgusting. It hurts. So good. So good.
You ever want to hear me rant about things positively for 2 hours? Then let's get me reviewing one of those first 3 Metal Gear games.
So good.
Oh my God. But yeah, so I typically have avoided almost all of these remakes and remasters just for that reason. Like, I love nostalgia as much as the next guy probably, but to me there becomes a certain sadness when you revisit something that brought you a lot of joy
Yeah.
and you find that it no longer strikes that same chord.
Mm-hmm.
That is a hollow and empty
Probably
place to be, boys and girls.
Yeah,
So
it's probably why I've really wanted to play the Resident Evil 4 remake and I've never got to it just for whatever bullshit reason. Probably a little bit of that with me. That Resident Evil 4 is one of my it defined that GameCube era for me. Especially out of GameCube, so we didn't get a lot of dark games like that. We missed out on like the Metal Gear Solids and stuff. Excited they brought the Twin Snakes over the remake, but that game was unfucking believable. That was a moment. If you were our age during that time, it was a moment when that game came out on a Nintendo console. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like, I don't think, as much as I would root for its success, and I might, if I were really flush, I might buy it just to support it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I would play a remake of Max Payne just because it was so amazing in the moment, played it so many times, and it just, I don't know. To me, there's a certain level, there are certain experiences that I kind of just want to keep tucked away in that memory drawer. And part of that is, I don't want to cross streams too much here, but it's because of movies. You know, there were a lot of programs, a lot of TV shows, movies that I loved as a kid that I got a chance to revisit as an adult. And when you're not a dumb kid anymore who doesn't pay attention to plot holes and you're just kind of drooling in front of the television, going along from one scene to the next, like, it can ruin things for you. And then it's just like, oh, now that piece of my childhood it's tarnished now. Like, it's no longer a pleasant place I want to revisit.
Correct.
Because it turns out that piece of media actually sucked. So that means I must have
you didn't know it at the time.
So I think it's a slippery slope. I think this is a great conversation that I hope we one day get to have about the TV and film.
We're leaving movies and TVs out because we'd be here for an hour plus, so we've left that one out.
Because there are great examples of remaking something that didn't work.
Yeah.
And then doing something cool with it that it does. So I am very much pro, if you're going to remake something, you're going to re-envision it. Be willing to do your own thing with it.
I agree. The same thing. 100%.
That's also why I think some things just shouldn't be touched, because if it's good enough as it is and it can't be improved upon, why are we touching it? What are we doing?
Just leave it. There's plenty. Just don't touch it.
Looking at you, Spike Lee. I'm looking at you, Josh Brolin, in that sad excuse of an old boy movie. I will not let that go. A lot of you let that go. I will not.
Kev holds a grudge. It's also why games like the remake of Final Fantasy VII took 25 years after they announced that there was a PS3 cutscene at one of the I don't know if it was an E3 or if it was a Sony's event one year, and then it fucking took like 15 years after that.
Because just thinking that same amount of time we've had one Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna touch a big boy like that, an iconic game, fucking better get it right.
But correct me if I'm wrong, that game not a 1-for-1 copy either. I mean, they
completely
did their own version of the combat, right?
Yeah, it's 2. Game 2 just came out, like Rebirth came out last year, and there's a third in the trilogy because the original game on PlayStation's like, to remake that, you could have remade that game. It would really almost been a phone in, like, it's a PlayStation 1 game. You could do that pretty simply.
Yeah, you could remake that on RPG Builder or whatever.
Or like, I guess for what we're saying, like, you could remaster it. Like, they are remaking it. They've remade it from the ground up, 3D graphics, etc. When you're in Midgar in the first game, the city, it is like half an hour in the first game, like in the original, and it is it's a full game in the remake, Final Fantasy VII remake, and then the second one they opened it up completely, and it's a whole. I mean, it's a beast, but they're doing their own thing, and they know what they want to do, and like that was the expectation. Now there's some fucking fans out there pissed off, but I'll let them scream into the ether; they'll be fine. Maybe they'll get Mako poisoning and go.
Yeah, Lord knows I've done it. Trust me, you are fine. Yeah. You feel a little lighter. Get it off your chest.
Exactly. Get it off your chest. Go step outside for a couple minutes. Just go well, take your shoes off and walk in the grass a little bit. It'll help
Everybody
you
should have a good screaming pillow, you know?
Yeah.
Just-
Yes. So it sounds like me and Kev are both on the same page. You're allowed to take liberties and stuff, but it's really just declaring what it is. Are you going to remaster the game? Are you going to remake it from the ground up? Like, just depends. But no, you can especially remove the bullshit.
Or as Spike Lee would say, it's a reinterpretation. You son of a bitch. Why did you touch that movie? You bastard. You could have said no. You could have said,
Kev's
I'll
never going to
work
give
on
up.
something
Never gonna let
else.
go.
You could say, I'll work on something I actually give a shit about. God. Man. Jerk.
Thank you guys for joining us. Kev is always a curmudgeon, so please like and subscribe. It'll never change. Until next time. Welcome back, dweebs, to the Weekly Dweeb. We've got our final topic this week. With me, as always, is my good friend Kev. Kev, how are we doing tonight, buddy?
Oh, I am loving it tonight, James. This is a topic that is near and dear to my heart, going all the way back to my days as a snot-nosed 8-year-old sitting pretzel style on the living room floor watching a beat up VHS tape of Mrs. Doubtfire, because that is the movie that showed me the wonders of voice acting. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. Robin Williams, one of the greatest voice actors and general actors of his time, plays a voice actor in Mrs. Doubtfire. Look it up, look into it. It's great. So yeah, I have always held voice actors in such, high esteem, especially as a young lad when I found out that Luke Skywalker was the voice actor for the best Batman villain of all time. Then my mind was thoroughly blown.
Yep.
And that's not even to get into the legend, the GOAT that is Phil Lamar. All right. So voice acting and Kev, we're pretty close pals. All right. I love Audio Works. We spent some time, James, reviewing an audio program on our Star Wars show. A lot of fun. I love this topic, James. How are you today?
I am good, man. I am good. Kev has mentioned we have discussed audiobooks before. We did some reviews of the Star Wars ones back from the 80s when they originally came out. This is a little different. Same realm, just different franchise. Kev, they have announced the full cast for the Harry Potter audio editions being done by Audible. And it is packed. It is star-studded, as for lack of a better term. It is. I'm just going to pull the graphic up. So they've released the full cast. They're redoing, or they're doing another version of all the audiobooks for all the books, all 7 of them, and it is insane, is what it is. I'm going to pull it up and just go through it. Right off the bat, you see Keira Knightley as Professor Umbridge right in the middle top. To the right, Kit Harington as Professor Lockhart. You've got Uwan, I think it's Rowan, as Professor Lupin. So you've got a multiple Game of Thrones people here. And then it just gets crazier because you got Simon Pegg returning as Arthur Weasley. Simon Pegg also voiced in Kev's favorite Harry Potter video game ever, Hogwarts Legacy. He loves that.
Well, I'm glad they compensated him for working on such an awful project. Good for you, Simon.
You've got Ruth Wilson as Bellatrix Lestrange. I think it's Amoebica Maud as Nymphadora Tonks. James McAvoy as Mad-Eye Moody. Kev, James McAvoy is in this.
That's a perfect casting. If there was ever somebody,
I can't wait for that,
who was going to put the right amount of energy and effort, it's James McAvoy. Like, I have a feeling, I mentioned Robin Williams and Mark Hamill. One thing you would get when you watched the best voice actors in the game, if you see their footage, they need a lot of space in that room. You can't just throw them in a broom closet because they are acting while they do it. And I feel like Mr. McAvoy is going to be cut from that same cloth. And just from this article, hearing the way he describes what is a secondary character and just talking about the depths and like how he'll go from being this hardened person to dropping some wisdom. It's like, oh, wow, this dude, like, he's a real thespian. You know what I'm saying, James?
Yeah,
like, this is the dude who would have been on stage in the Shakespeare times. Like, no matter what point in time you drop
Yes.
James McAvoy onto this earth, this is who he becomes. He becomes some sort of theater magician because he's just this damn good at it. So to have him in here, Mad Eye Moody, I think it's perfect, dude. This could have been the whole story for me, and I'd have talked about it for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I can't seeing his name on there. I'm like, holy shit, dude. His comment's great. I'm absolutely thrilled to bring the fiercely determined Mad Eye Moody to life. Layered character, constantly shifting between battle-hardened intensity and unexpected moments of wisdom. Capturing his commanding presence was incredibly fun. Yeah, like,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Like that's a gamer, dude.
Yeah.
Like that dude is in it for the love of the game at this point.
Yep. You've got Leo Woodall as Bill Weasley there. Leo is a White Lotus fame. I've never watched White Lotus, so I cannot compliment or comment on that at all. Rounding out this page, there's more. Don't worry. Gemma Whelan as Professor Sprout and Matt Berry as Sir Cadogan. Yeah. Which isn't he? Is he Where We Are in the Shadows? Is that
What We Do in the Shadows? Yes.
What We Do in the Shadows, right? Sorry, you can tell I've watched it. So
legendary, very funny, man. I highly suggest it. I have not watched all of it. Maybe I'll work that in during spooky season, but every episode I've seen of What We Do in the Shadows,
I watched the movie it's based off of, and then expected the show to be the same characters, and it's not. So or the same actors, and it messed me all up.
Oh,
so I've heard it's awesome. I got frustrated and didn't finish it or get really going. And it just keeps going. The list is massive. You've got Mark Addy as Rubius Hagrid. Daniel Mays as Dobby, Alex Hassel as Lucius Malfoy, and there's just the names. You've got Hugh Lowry as Albus Dumbledore.
Oh, let's go. Okay.
Yep.
All right, Hugh.
You've got Riz Ahmad as Snape. He's been in some, I don't know if he's been in MCU or something recently. I recognize him. And then you go down, you've got all the actors playing the kids. They've got younger versions. And then starting in book 4, they've got older cast members, so they age them up. But
do they require you to have like bad eyes to cast you as Harry Potter? Because how in the world?
You have to be blind.
Look at the kid they cast as Harry Potter. He looks like him.
You know,
that's crazy. It's not a TV gig. Like,
nope. No, it's not. Wow. But you gotta look like it, right?
And here I was giving McAvoy all this credit. This guy's living in character. Good for you, kid.
Just like him. Some other ones there. Matthew McFadden as Lord Voldemort. Matthew McFadden is Succession, another show I haven't watched. Michelle Gomez is Professor McGonagall, Dr. Who alum. So a lot of them, I don't know all these people. The one I want to point out, we were talking about the kids. If you go down there, Arabella Stanton is playing Hermione Granger in the first 3 books of this audio take. She's also the Hermione Granger actor in the new TV show, Kev. So there's a bit of a crossover here. So you're gonna get to hear her take on it early because she is in the TV show that's coming out. I think it comes out next year, but I'm not for sure.
You know, we can speak from experience and just give you guys a heads up that will be a little weird because when we listened to the Star Wars audio broadcast, it was only Luke Skywalker was the only voice that you could recognize. And it does throw you off at first because you hear that voice and then you're kind of expecting everybody else to sound the same. So
and they don't.
I'm of 2 minds about this. One, good for her. Get your damn bag and way to double book this gig. Hell yeah. Congrats to you. But B, on the production side, I think I would have cast somebody else just because why of all of these characters do we have one crossover? She must absolutely be killing it.
She must be great. Yeah.
The only Hermione Granger walking this earth today, apparently. So good for her.
Yeah. Shout out her. Like, that's awesome for her. I guess like it is interesting because the TV show will not have been out yet, so we won't be able to compare it yet. But there will come a time when you can, and then you'll get that Luke Skywalker. Like, wait a second, like this is Mark Hamill vibe when we were rewatching those. I think it's kind of interesting that they're going to do this, and you're going to get her take on Hermione through the audio version before the TV show is even released.
And then you're going to get some Dumbo on Reddit or Twitter saying stuff like, I don't like this girl playing Hermione. Why didn't they get the girl from the audiobook to do it? She does it way better.
Yeah, some idiot. And you're going to be like, hi, hello, you're stupid. Welcome from, thank you. Welcome from Reddit. Not surprised here. But yeah, Kev, like, they spent some fucking money on that.
Well, this is incredible, James, because it answers an age-old question that I didn't actually know people were asking, but I should have. How do you sell a copy of a book that everyone already owns? And
yeah,
this is how, right? You'd cast a bunch of famous people to do the audiobook, spend a ton of money. I just wonder, I guess I question, James, on if this thing will be profitable, because we don't have a lot of readers these days. I'm sure there's still plenty out there, but I'm just wondering if this won't be bad timing for this production crew, because I think, they're gonna sell a lot of units, but at the time right now, a lot of people watching what they're spending their money on, and so you to re-release a book that we've already read, that we've already seen movies for, and there is also a TV show coming out.
A lot
and
of diehards out
TV
there.
show, you're gonna give me another copy of the book. So it just makes me wonder how much they really had to spend on casting these, because I can't imagine. We talked about this with Star Wars. Like, James Earl Jones didn't want to be paid because he did every Star Wars movie in like a half an hour. He just showed up and did his lines, and that was it, and I'm out of here. So some of these smaller characters, that might have been a day or two of work for them, and significantly easier in a sense of the physical wear and tear. Like, I'm the last person who would belittle voice acting. It's incredible. I was telling James pre-show how much I adore this particular craft. However, you don't have to climb anything. You don't have to be out in the sun for hours upon hours for multiple days. So I think, generally speaking, what I'm trying to say is all of these actors are significantly cheaper as voice talent than they are acting in an X-Men movie in the case of Mr. McAvoy. But I wonder, I look forward, as nerdy as I am, James, I actually look forward to looking into the profit and loss for this bad boy. Like, did this thing make money, or did they spend too much money doing this?
No, I think let's see, you can pre-order right here. Here we go. I can tell you
for $89.95, you can have the first of 7 books. Now, let me ask you, James, did they do all? They didn't do all 7. They've just done the first one so far. So
first one comes out November 4th.
All of these characters, but those 3 young kids, are about to get 7 jobs out of this, dude. Good for you.
I got a video. I got a video for you here, Kev.
Ooh, that's a funny way to advertise an audio program.
Did you mention, what did you just say about 7 jobs?
I said anybody that outside of the main children actors, because we know they're going to be aged out.
Yeah, they're getting split.
Your professors of the world, your secondary characters just got 7 jobs out of this.
This is the tab I want.
So good for them.
Here is a little preview, Kev. We're gonna see some of the voice acting here.
Oh, 2 previews in a week.
Let's get the volume turned up here for you. Just a minute long, but
I know you like
this
stuff. We're bringing all 7 books to life, word for word. Chapter 1.
Boy who lived. The cost for this project is insane.
Locomotive!
Wingardium Leviosa.
There was already someone there. But it wasn't Snape.
This is a totally immersive audio experience.
It wasn't a nightmare.
What makes me cry?
This is Harry Potter like you've never heard it before.
Expecto Patronum!
We're nearly there. Don't worry.
I am not worried, Harry. I am with you.
My God.
Damn.
That hyped it up for me. I love that they're doing what to me would almost make it an audio play as opposed to an audio book when they start throwing in the background sounds, like to see.
Yeah.
First of all, my second favorite job in the entertainment business is the Foley guy. Like that is the most fun I've eever had working on a project. It's like snapping sticks in a microphone and, you know, like plotting out footsteps so they match what you got on film. That stuff is incredible. So the fact that they're putting that much effort into it,
that was pretty cool.
It's going to be good, man. I have not revisited this story in a long time. I might be here for this.
Yeah, I might be here for this. Going to the price, it looks like it's included if you have an Audible membership per month, which is $15 a month, or it looks like you can buy the books outright for $30. Looks like.
There you go.
There's some money being put into this, which then it's gonna be really hard to see the profit loss if you're doing a trial or like
you get one free book membership. A month, don't you,
you get one free month, so you can get this. It literally says it right there. So,
well, that's going to convert a lot of new members, I think. Yeah. So, which there's a reason they do that business model. They know they're going to get more than their $30 out of you. But hey, that's good.
I think there's enough diehard Harry Potter fans out there that will listen to this. This is going to make some money. And I'm here for that. Just that little bit, man. Like they're putting some serious time, effort, and money into this, and then seeing like Hugh Laurie and all those actors, like they fucking care.
Seeing the voice actors with wands in their hands while
just that's exactly what you're just talking about. You were just talking about,
all right. These folks understand the assignment.
Yep.
They showed up. They came ready. I couldn't be more supportive of this, James.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun.
Maybe
might get reviewed on this channel. Who knows?
If it were a Lord of the Rings audiobook, I'd be more excited, but I am here for all of this. Good work, team.
Good work, team. Can't wait for it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Shout out, Kev. Kev, we did it, man. We did it again this week. Shout out, buddy. Another week in the books. If you guys like this, please like, subscribe, and share. Check Kev out everywhere else. He does a lot of stuff on Carnage Media. I know he's got a live event this weekend.
Wrestling, baby. Check it out.
Yeah,
Benchmark Pro Wrestling over on Carnage Media. But if you want to support me and do it right here on this very channel, just go and donate 15 minutes of your time to my 2-hour War of the Worlds video. I promise it works just as fine as a podcast.
Yep, just listen to it.
It's just put it on in the background. I'll do all the work. You don't even really need to look at the screen. Yep. So go check that out. Had so much fun making that for all of you. I hope you enjoy listening to it.
As long as the movie.
Longer. Good 40 minutes longer than the movie. But that's the kind of effort you get from this guy when it's just me and a microphone. All right. I'm showing up ready for work too.
He loves the audio side of it. So please check all that stuff out. Again, like, subscribe, check us out live on Wednesdays on Han Shot First, our weekly Star Wars show. And until next time, folks, take care.